You know why you always feel like you're playing catch up? Because you're chasing a category instead of leading as a one. You're trying to be the best in the space someone else defined. And that's exhausting and also impossible. It's a race you can't win. Let me show you how to stop competing and start creating. Okay, real talk. How much of your energy is spent trying to be better than your competitors? It doesn't have to be bitchy about it. Trying to have a better offer, better marketing, sneak in better positioning than whoever's winning in your space. Yeah, it's a trap. We see it all the time. Because when you're chasing a whole category, you're always going to be one step behind. You're reacting, you're comparing, you're trying to outdo. And even if you win, you're still playing someone else's game. What if you stopped chasing and started leading? What if instead of being the best in an existing category, you created your own? That's category leadership. That's the difference between being one of many and being the only one. Let me give you an example. When I started coaching, I tried to position myself as a life and business coach. There are 10,000 of them, great ones, successful ones who had it figured out long before me. But I was competing in a crowded marketplace. My pictures all looked the same, my copy all looked the same. I was invisible. So instead, I created my category, Maverick Performance Coaching, identity level reinvention for high performers who've outgrown their current setup in life and business. That's not a thing anyone else was doing. So I'm not competing, I'm defining. People don't compare me to someone else anymore. And when people think of that transformation, they think of me, not because I'm the best at generic business and life coaching, but because I own my own category. So how can you do this? How do you lead a category instead of chasing? First off, you have to stop trying to fit in everyone else's existing boxes. Most people look at their industry and say, where do I fit? Category leaders say, what's missing? What conversation is not being had? What problem is not being solved? What angle isn't being explored? What tone is missing? There's your opening. And you have to name it and claim it. If you can't name your category, you can't own it. It needs a name that's specific, memorable, and makes people go, oh, I didn't even know that was a thing, but now I want it and need it. Like when Airbnb said, we're not a hotel, we're not a rental company, we're the belonging economy. Oh, category creation. They named something new. You can't be vague. You can't just say, I help Y people with X. Everyone helps people with X. You need to define the specific transformation, the specific approach, and the specific methodology that only you have. Then you have to teach it. Category leaders don't just do the work, they teach people how to think about the work. They shape the conversation. They create frameworks. They give people language for problems they didn't know how to name. That's how you become the authority, not by repeating what everyone else does, or not by being the best at what everyone else is trying, by teaching people a new way to think. When you are willing to be misunderstood at first, like what the hell is she on about? You create a category that people don't understand immediately. They're like, wait, what? That's not how we usually do this. Exactly what we want. That's the point. But if you stay consistent, if you keep defining it and you keep teaching it, eventually people catch on and they start paying attention. Then you're competing with no one. You're leading. They're not comparing you. Here's the best part of it. When you lead a category, pricing becomes easier because you're not being compared to 10 other options on a spreadsheet. You're the only option. So you get to set the terms. Marketing becomes easier because you're not fighting for attention in a crowded space with the same damn words as everyone else. You're creating a new conversation. People are curious by nature. They lean in. Clients become better because they're not coming to you as a fallback or a default choice. They're coming to you because you're the only one doing this thing. And that creates a different level of commitment. So here's what I want you to think about. What category are you currently chasing? Be honest with yourself. Where are you trying to be the best in a space someone else defined? And what would it look like if you stopped chasing and started creating? What's the category you can lead? What's the transformation only you can deliver in only your way? What's the conversation only you can start and love having? Name it, teach it, and own it. Because the world doesn't need another version of what already exists. It needs you to create something new on your terms. Go on, go do it.